What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Papa here at West Georgia Rides and Customs. Welcome back to the channel. This is the second installment of the what I'm going to be building for the NYS Modeling's Pro Street group build. I look forward to this group build every year, just based on the fact I enjoy building Pro Street. But when Dylan, I think this is probably about the fourth or fifth year that he's hosted this, I've always joined in and had a great time doing it. This year we've got, I think, 3 months to complete one. So hopefully I can take this kit right here and finish it up in 3 months. If not, any of you that follow my channel, it takes me a while to build a Pro Street, where I'm kit bashing it and things like that. I'm going to be using this kit here, and I'm going to be taking the parts from Robin, just kit bashing style, taking parts from the AMT 70 Coronet Pro Street kit, which I've got a few of the parts already picked out. I haven't done anything to them, just other than just took them out of the bags, and but I haven't even opened this kit up, so I don't really know. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open this kit up, and I'm gonna take a few measurements today. What I'm gonna be using, what I ain't gonna be using. Let's set this to the side. Reason I chose this car was my love for the old movie Bullitt. The chase scene was epic. The car, the actor, Steve McQueen. Man, if you didn't like Steve McQueen, there was something wrong with you. But this car it's basically automotive history. Just looking at the car. This car has actually been found, and I think it's in its original condition since it was used. But it's stayed in a family. I kind of did a little research on it and really enjoyed the history behind this car. The car itself, I believe this is either a 67 or a 68. I'm not 100%. I know that there's a lot, not too much, not a lot of difference between the kit and this and the original car. But just looking at this car just screams automotive history to me. Beautiful car. I know people that personally that have had this year model Mustang, and they either led to the demise of just different things, or they've restored it now and it's back to its illustrious glory that it had during the 60s. But this car right here is just awesome. But I thought, you know what, when I was making my choice of what to build for the Pro Street group build, I was just like, nah, this is it, hands down. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to find, anytime I do a build in general, I like to research the car. I like to look at the car in pictures, that's out there on the old interweb. This car is, of course, it's kind of a British racing green, kind of a dark green. I've already chosen the color for that. I'll be using I believe it's the Tamiya. Let me get it out here. Yeah. I'm going to be using the Tamiya TS9 British green on this, so that'll be. I'm not going to weather it though. I'm not going to do all the weathering, like rusting the bumpers or have the bare paint, bare primer hanging out of the color. So we're going to be doing this one pretty showy, so to say. But this car is, for years I've always wanted to Pro Street one, but I wanted to, really had a hard choice of trying to figure out what color to do it in. But nothing better to do is just pay homage to the Bullitt Pro Street, to the Bullitt Mustang, and do it Pro Street style. So let's close this out right here. I've been wanting to open this kit for a while, but I wanted to do it the day of when we started it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a look. When I do a Pro Street kit, or when I do a Pro Street build, I like to take a lot of measurements and stuff, and before I even try to get started. So let's set that over to the side. What we've got here is the chrome chrome tree for it, just looking what we got. I'm not going to be using the 289 engine that's in here, so these valve covers and things like that, that'll be going. I'm not going to be using that. We'll be using the front and the rear bumpers, things like that. These wheels, nah, I don't think they're going to make the cut. The original Bullitt car looked like a set of American racing old style wheels, so I've got some of those up here in my wheel stash somewhere. I'll be pulling those out and using those for this build. But nice looking chrome, everything. Don't see a lot of flash on it or anything like that, so that will that'll go back over here. The tires, got some pad printed Goodyear. No, these are Firestones. Man, these are Firestone Super Sports. So, yeah, we'll put that to the side. I might be using those for the front, so who knows? We'll see. Everything's bagged. That's what I like about this. Glass is in good shape, so got all that. We'll be sticking that over here in this side. And here is the body itself. Man, I tell you what, this is, man, awesome. Tell you what, I'm gonna cut that open here in a minute, but I'm gonna push that over to the side. Let's, let me set this over here. It's starting to get crowded on my bench. Let's go ahead and start opening up the bag and start looking at some of these parts. This is looking good so far. Haven't really seen a whole lot of flash or anything on this thing, so we'll set that over to the side. And seats look good. I always like to keep the original, being original interior to a lot of my builds, so I'll be doing that. Got the hood right here, and of course it's going to, I'm kind of happy with this. There's just that center rib that goes down the hood itself, and I'm gonna be cutting the hood out for this. I'll be doing an opening because this is going to be a blown 429 going into this. Beautiful looking dash, rear seat. I'll check on the rear seat. Not 100% if I'm going to be able to utilize that, but everything looks great right there so far. Let's pull out some more exhaust. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know. I will see. This exhaust may get used. It may not. I may use the front half. It's got an H pipe right here, so we'll see. Got a good looking transmission brace right there, so everything's looking great there so far. Interior, here's the door panels, which I love, the door cards. I can really do a lot of detail work with this, so it's looking good so far on interior. I'll know more as soon as I open up that bag with the frame and everything. Radiator core support. Here's the cross member on the front end. Good looking console. Good looking front end on this thing right here. So I may be able to salvage that into making the Bullitt car, because the Bullitt car had a kind of an enclosed front end. There wasn't the chrome piece that went across here like on this 67. So it's looking good so far. This is what is this? This is the rear deck lid. Wow, didn't know it had I didn't realize that. So got a firewall, good looking firewall on it. Some front wheel pieces right here. So everything's looking good so far. Let's flip over the suspension. Here's a rear axle. It looks just like a regular 8-inch Ford or 9-inch Ford. Leaf springs, which we're not going to be utilizing those. Got the cross supports up here on the for that. Here's the 289 engine, which I won't be using. I'm not going to use the 289. I'm going with that big fire-breathing 429 Boss. So there's where we're at with the open box parts list and everything. Let's get this. Let's get this body out. Man, this is what I've been looking forward to. Let me get that pushed down in there. Take another sip of coffee. It's early Sunday morning, so just kind of getting things cranked up around the house here. Wow. Tell you what, let's get this. Let me get some of these parts out that I've already pulled out. This is the the frame for the Pro Street 70 the Coronet, Dodge Coronet. These are the tires and wheels that that come with that kit. So they're just beautiful. These are actually some awesome looking tires. These are Mickey Thompson Sportsman wheels tires. Looks great in here. Really like how fat they are. They got good tread, you got good lettering on the side. So definitely a must for one of my Pro Streets. One of the things that I look at when I'm building a Pro Street is I take a bunch of careful measurements. First thing I look at is the width. Someone asked me not too long ago, will I be utilizing this in this? It's a little bit of a narrow body. Got to find my calipers here. One of the first measurements that I like to take is whether or not I can utilize the, let's see, yeah, that's pretty close right there. So let's see what this measurement is right here, and then we can kind of start going accordingly. It's a little bit shy of 2.25. So, with that being said, and another way you can measure this is take the actual frame and close it up on that one, and then we'll take a few measurements right here, and yeah, we're just a little bit shy of under 2.25. I'd actually call it 2.25. But with that being said, let's see what we got right here. Oh yeah, big old fat. Yeah, there's no way that this will. There's no way that I can utilize this. So with that being said, I'll probably end up, and what I'll do right here is I take and just kind of start looking at points to where I could possibly cut this. Another thing that I do on measurements is I will mock up this. I'll take the front end and the rear end out of the original, this kit here as far as the Mustang kit. That way, and I'll mock them up, and I'll put this, actually just mount them into the frame here and put the front end together a little bit. That way I can kind of decide whether or not I want to, what I want to do is take my measurements with the calipers from wheel hub to wheel hub, see what my wheelbase will be. That way, it's setting, when you put the frame, once you get everything glued in, you want your wheels to line up in the wheel wells. And I'm going to do this. I'm just, oh my God, just look at that, man. That's going to fill it up. This is just if that ain't motivation right there, folks, I don't know what is. Just look at how fat that's going to fill up the wheel wells. Another thing I like to look at is seeing how high up I'm going to have to, once I back half this, how far up I'm going to be able to get that tub up into the wheel housing, or up into the body where the wheel housing is at. And it looks like it's going to be a good donor. They're really, these tires can be able to adapt to go up in there pretty highly. So I believe it's going to be a good choice as far as for the donor of this. As far as the tires, oh yeah, I'll be able to tuck those way up on in there. So there's nothing up there obstructing that. So I'll really be able to get this thing is pretty low with this back half. But sometime today I'm going to try to figure out where I need to set these, where I'll need to start my back half at. I may cut it somewhere in this vicinity, probably in this vicinity right in here as smooth as possible, and then getting it, I'll back half it somewhere in here. But I got to take the measurements first in order to make that decision. But everything's looking great on this kit. I'm very pleased with the choice that I've made so far with what I'm going to build. It's just a matter of getting everything, taking measurements, making cuts, and getting everything to fit perfectly. So, with that being said, really appreciate everybody joining in, watching this, watching my videos as far as what I do when I'm doing one of these builds. And y'all stay tuned. There's going to be more to come. Looking forward to everyone's entries and updates on this build. And remember, folks, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Happy out of here.